Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. I know. I say I'm really excited for today's video in every single video, but like this one I am super excited about. It is one of my absolute favorite beers ever. It's a relatively local brewery, which is cool, especially when I was getting into craft beer. It's one of the ones that you would consider local, even though it was like an hour away. And it's also a collaboration with probably my favorite chocolate maker. So I saw they were combining forces. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to try this beer. So it's three Philosophers from Ommegang. As you can see, I have a bunch aging back here. I love this beer so much. I actually even have two from 2011, so two that are 10 years old at this point. This one is super fresh. I think it's from 2 months ago. 2 months ago. So Taza, most of the chocolate I've had from them comes in these discs, and they're compact, and it's a little gritty and grainy, so it kind of like dissolves and disintegrates at the same time. And it's just, I love it. It's very pure, a lot closer to like what original chocolate might have looked like, or did look like. So like this one happens to be spiced eggnog flavor, but like the regular is good, coffee, vanilla, that they'll actually put that stuff, in there. Real ingredients, Mexican, which was good, nice and spicy. My cat's climbing boxes and stuff behind the camera. And then this is a new product, or at least new to me from them, more like classic kind of a candy bar. I haven't tried this one yet. But anyway, super excited that they collabed on this. Now, for the ingredients, it just says cacao nibs. I assume they just kind of worked with Taza and maybe sourced from the same people that they get their cacao nibs from. But it's just cool they did it at all. And I'm recording this on Valentine's Day, but it will not be released on Valentine's Day. But again, it's from Ommegang. It's three Philosophers. It's called Double Chocolate, a blend of quadruple ale and Creek ale. And then again, with the cacao nibs, it's 2 months old at time of review. Like I said, serve at 50 degrees. It's probably like 55 degrees. I don't think that makes a big difference. 9.7% ABV, which is the same as this one that I checked. So they're saying the same thing for the ABV. Get into it. I only bought one bottle. I'm hoping they still have some. If I like it, I can buy, however much more I want. Proper glassware. Again, how much I like this beer. I haven't had the right glassware. It's not even just Ommegang, it's specifically three Philosophers. So now the cat is trying to climb up to the tippy top part of the basement wall. Weird cat. Anyway, has a little bit of a crimson color, a lot of carbonation. Holy cow. Beautiful brown color mixed in, some oranges. Definitely just a beautiful looking beer. About 2 fingers ahead. It's dark khaki. It's dark khaki. Super just tight, compact bubbles. That beer looks amazing. It looks so good. I actually washed the glass. Look at that. Let's get to the aroma. Okay, it took me a sec to find a little bit more of that chocolate. You do get a lot of what I think a quad should smell like. There's the dried fruit part, raisins, figs, a little bit of dates in there. Nice cherry note, which you can get in the style anyway, but especially when it's like 2% Creek. So that, makes sense. It might accentuate that just a little bit more. And you get a little bit of that brown bread thing. It's very sweet smelling, notes of baking spices, not full on nutmeg, not full on cloves or cinnamon, but like whispers of it, which is really pleasant in this. And then you do get, it's actually, this is kind of funny. Okay, so how the chocolate comes across, it's reminding me of 2 things. Cacao butter, which is not the funny part, but sometimes I'll smell a beer when I'm doing a review, and I'll say, like, if you could make a candle out of this smell, please do, right? And because it just smells so good. The chocolate actually reminds me of a chocolate candle I had, I don't know, probably 10 plus years ago. No, you know what it was? I have one of those, it's not a candle you light. It's one of those like light bulbs, and then on top is the bowl, and you put the wax in and it melts. I got a brick of the whatever brand's chocolate, that cacao is totally coming across like that melted wax and the cocoa butter. It smells awesome. In short, it's getting to taste. Cheers. That's really good. I will say this. Yeah, about 55 degrees. I will say this. I wish this was colder. I don't think the 50 to 55, I mean, maybe whatever, would have made a difference. I would have liked to, actually, I know it's not a 750. It's one of the smaller formats. But if I could go back in time, I would have put this in the regular refrigerator and started it that cold and then let it warm up and open up as time went on. Because I think this is going to really reward small, contemplative sips. It's really delicious. That chocolate is there. It's not overpowering, and it's really not too subtle. And the way it is coming across, not that I've ever eaten cocoa butter, but like how the memory of those smells were in my brain, and then because so much of taste is smell, how much what I thought it should taste like it matches that is pretty incredible. You know, I mean, it's not uncommon for a beer to, you drink a hoppy beer, I get pineapple notes, and you drink, it's like, oh yeah, I get a little bit of pineapple. Like, it's not unheard of, but it's also not a guarantee that you smell a beer, maybe it smells sweeter than it tastes. I mean, it's not a guarantee that that smell is going to translate exactly to the taste. And that smell, that chocolate, directly translates to this. But you're not losing, it's so interesting too, you're not losing the dried fruit thing, and it's also not coming across, and this is what I think is interesting, as like chocolate covered raisins. Like it's those things are standing up on their own uniquely, not, and maybe that would be cool, and maybe in time those things, because sometimes when you age beers, the flavors meld nicely, but it's not like they're also firing so differently that it's like a mess of a beer. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious how much I like this beer. I mean, this is quite something. Nice, creamy. Like I said, you get those fruity notes I mentioned, the aroma. There's that brown bread, slight molassesy thing. That's when the chocolate really comes in. I figured chocolate would work well in this style. I'm sure I've had cocoa nibs in quads before. I'm just not thinking of one to mention right now that I've had. So I wasn't like, oh, how are they going to make that work, But like, it works. It works really well in this beer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is delicious. This is lovely. I have nothing but good things to say about this beer. And from a reviewing point of view, it's probably good that it's this warm, just because I'm getting probably as much as it can offer. But again, if I go back in time, I really would have liked to have started colder. And I'll probably actually cap this, put it in the refrigerator as I finish this part of it, just to let it come down so I can enjoy it more that way. But yeah, have you had this beer before? Have you had 3 Philosophers lately? Have you had it aged? Anything, everything? What's up, buddy? Anything, everything, put in the comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Thanks again for watching. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. There's no hype beer reviews at both of those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.